let's jump right into the first hand. Pass to us. We open a diamond in third seat. Westover calls a heart. Our partner bids 2 clubs. It goes 2 hearts by east. And we elect to bid 2 spades. I don't really understand the 2 spade bid. We know that we don't have a 4-4 spade fit. Our partner would have made a negative double if they had the spade suit. Or, you know, maybe partner really is like 6 clubs and 4 spades or something, and they were planning on balancing 2 spades. We could still find our spade fit that way. But I would tend to believe that this shows a little bit extra in terms of shape, which is not really what we have, right? If our partner was something like 6 clubs maybe, and a doubleton spade and doubleton diamond, what are they expected to do over 2 spades with no heart stopper? We need to have some sort of safe place for them to retreat to. Maybe they're supposed to bid 3 clubs with that kind of hand, but I would expect them to correct to 3 diamonds most of the time. So yeah, I'm not really certain that 2 spades is the right way to bid our hand. I also would have expected our partner to have a rebid when they make this 2 club call. This should show something like a maximum passed hand. In a lot of cases, maybe there are ways to fudge this, like if our partner really had short hearts and like an 8 count, they could bid 2 clubs, just hoping to find a club fit, and once they don't, then they're happy to pass everything out. But regardless, I mean, the fact that our partner knows we aren't in a good spade fit, I would have expected them to do something else. 2 no trump with a heart stopper, 3 clubs or 3 diamonds if they didn't like spades. But here we are. We have ended up in 2 spades, and we get the Queen of Hearts lead. Okay. Well, there's no chance of bringing the spades home for no losers. Like, even if we find a Queen Jack doubleton of spades somewhere, that 8/4 of spades is gonna hold up in the opponent's hand for an extra trick. So we can't just hope that we get super lucky, somehow we can pull trumps and then run the club suit. So with that being the case, I think my plan is to duck a heart, ruff a heart in the dummy, and then I'm not exactly sure what to do after that. Maybe we try and set up the diamond suit. I mean, maybe the opponents are going to try and set up diamonds for us. Like, I duck a heart, maybe West actually switches to diamonds, thinking that this club suit looks scary in the dummy. But anyway, let's see what West does at trick 2. They just continue hearts. Kind of reasonable. The opponents are in a 5-3 heart fit. So we can safely ruff a heart. Yeah, and then the real question is, what do we do after that? Because we could ruff a heart and go ace, king of spades, and a spade. If the spades split, the opponents are going to be forced to cash out diamonds. Otherwise, we're going to be able to run the club suit and pitch all of our diamond losers. But if the spades don't split, and the opponents are able to just pull the rest of the trumps, then West, who likely has a diamond honor, will be able to get in and cash a couple of hearts. And that's not good for us. So, I mean, to avoid that problem, we could definitely play on diamonds instead of hoping for the spades to split. The only concern that I have there is that Well, is that some opponent is going to eventually get an extra ruff that they're not really entitled to. Maybe the plan isn't to ruff a heart then. Maybe the safest thing to do is to just exit the queen of diamonds right now. I think I like that plan. Because if we can cut the opponent's communication in the diamond suit, then even if we go heart, ruff, ace of spades, king of spades, spade, and East turns up with a 4-card spade suit later, East won't be able to get to West's hand, and after pulling all of our trumps, and we'll just be able to, run the club suit. So I think I like exiting the queen of diamonds. East or West is going to win this trick. And, their best defense is going to be to continue hearts, kind of forcing us to make our choice. But at least we'll be in a bit of a better position to make that decision. Okay. Okay, we get West ruffs with the 2 of spades. So diamonds being 5-2 is, I suppose, kind of good news for us. Should definitely over ruff. Although, we're kind of in a bit of an unfriendly spot. It would be nice if we could ruff the heart, but then getting back to our own hand is a little tricky. So I think we just have to go ace of spades, spade to the king, and play 3 rounds of clubs now. Presumably the clubs are not 4-1, but we can pitch our heart loser, they'll get their spade. So the spades were splitting, which is a little sad, because that just means that anyone who takes this line of play of spade to the ace, spade to the king, spade is going to get, not necessarily rewarded. Whoever gets in should be cashing 2 diamonds, but they will end up with the same plus 140 that we did. So not a very large swing on that board. But at least we took a strong line of play that gave us a decent chance of being protected against some 4-2 splits in the suit. Here we got to 3 no trumps somehow. 2 spades by us, weak 2. A very, very strong weak 2. We're second seat red, so I think this is the right opening bid, unless you have an opening bid style where this is like a normal 1 spade bid for you. But if you don't, 2 spades is pretty normal with a 10 count, good 6-card suit, but you're aceless despite the 3-card hearts. 3 clubs by our partner, forcing we bid 3 no trump, which is a little surprising. I would probably want to protect partner's potential diamond holding, and I would do something like bid 3 hearts here with the south cards. Like 4 spades in a 6-1 fit could easily be the right spot if partner has a tentative diamond stopper. Like even if partner has like ace 3rd or ace 4th, we might prefer to play 4 spades than 3 no trump on this hand. And over 3 hearts, our partner should be able to accurately judge. They'll know that we have hearts pretty well protected, and therefore they can bid 3 no from their side if they are interested. But anyway, we get to 3 no here, just like the rest of the field. We have a decent number of tricks, and the king, jack, 10 of hearts is enough to force an entry to our hand. So we will be able to eventually reach these spades. I think the play of this hand is going to be pretty straightforward. We're just going to play a heart to the jack. Like, there's some merit to playing a heart to the king instead, in that if we play a heart to the jack and it loses to the queen, West can find a club switch, which would set up several club tricks for the opponents. Whereas if the ace of hearts is with East, you know, a heart to the king, we run all the spades. Pitching 5 cards from the dummy, we'll end up pitching 3 clubs and a heart, maybe. And then just cash the king, queen, jack of diamonds, and ace of clubs, and we'll end up with 11 tricks. But, you know, a heart to the jack, like, if it's really just a 50-50 guess as to where the heart honors are, and I don't think it is, I'll get into that in a second, but if it really is just a 50-50 guess, if East has the heart queen, heart to the jack is going to get us 12 tricks easily. We can run the spades, cross in diamonds, play heart to the 10, and then, you know, take the last tricks after they scoop up the heart ace. So my thinking is that West might be much more likely to lead a heart away from the queen than they are, sorry, I've played trick 2, but West led a diamond, then a diamond away from nothing. Or, sorry, then a heart away from the ace. So West elected to lead a diamond from nothing. Maybe West has one of the heart honors, if not both. And my suspicion is that West is probably likely to have the ace more often than the queen. But anyway, let's see what happens. Heart to the jack and 9. We do get the king a club switch. A little unfortunate there. We'll win the ace. Play a heart. East does hop up with the ace. Cashes the queen of clubs, but there was nothing they could really do from there. The club suit was blocked. So we get 10 tricks. We could have gotten 11 if we had played a heart to the king, as, you know, I guess I had mentioned earlier. We would end up with 6 spades, 4 diamonds, a club, and a heart. But I'm still happy with the line of play I took. I think it's just, you know, kind of a random guess as to what you do in the heart suit, but anyway, let's move on to board 3. We're in 4 spades in the south. We open a spade. West overcalls 3 hearts, preemptive. Our partner bids 3 spades. East bids 4 hearts, and we bid 4 spades. I mean, I like what we've done with the auction so far. The opponents have preempted us. 3 spades could be based on a strong hand, and if partner really just has the king of spades, the queen of clubs, and the ace of diamonds, yeah, we're on for a slam, but a little difficult for us to get there with all of the preemption. Happy that we got to 4 spades. And it turns out our partner's hand is awful. So I don't think I would bid 3 spades with the north cards. It's probably close, but this hand is like barely a 2-spade bid if West had passed. Some people might even prefer to have the auction a spade and no trump to show this hand as like some sort of weaker 2-spade raise. But anyway, I would be a little worried that my partner might misjudge the auction if I bid 3 spades here with a hand like this. And as south, we were never really staying out of this auction. Even if it had gone a spade, 3 hearts past 4 hearts, we would still be bidding 4 spades or doubling or something with our hand over 4 hearts. So I don't think we would get frozen out regardless. But anyway, we get the ace of hearts lead. A bit of difficulty involving the club suit here. We want to ruff 2 club losers in the dummy, I think is the most practical plan. Let's see what West does at trick 2. They cash the ace of hearts, they cash the ace of diamonds. Look at this, 3 heart overcall, and West turns up with 2 aces. Not that surprising if we were playing against, strong expert opponents, for example. But I'm a little shocked the robots do this. Just because red on white, you would normally want to have a pretty good hand for a 3 heart preempt. If you call it preemptive, I would call it more like intermediate. Well, I'm still pretty sure my plan is to go ace king of clubs and ruff a club and see what happens on that trick. So I guess let's do that. Ace 3 2 7. King 4 8 5. It looks like West has 4 and East has 3. So a couple options to return to our hand. We could ruff a diamond with the 9, for example. Hope that either West follows to this trick or that West has doesn't have the jack of spades. That's what I meant. Or we could play a spade to the ace, ruff a club high, and then ruff a diamond. I don't think that line of play is as good, because West is going to be able to discard on the 3rd or on the 4th round of clubs, assuming we know the club count from our opponents. And West might be able to pitch a doubleton diamond. Although, saying that, it sounds like West would have at most 1 spade in that scenario. I'm a little concerned about 3-0 spades. So West is already turned up with 3 clubs. They have 7 hearts, we assume. It looks like East started with king, queen, 3rd of hearts from that first heart trick. Ace of hearts, small, 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 low heart to the queen. West would have led the king from ace, king. So West has 7 hearts. They have 3 clubs. If they have 2 diamonds, they have 1 spade. If they have 3 diamonds, they have 0 spades, though. And that's a little more of what I'd be worried about here. So I think I should ruff a diamond with the 9, ruff a club, hopefully with the 10, and then cash the king of spades, and that will give us a sense of what's going on in the hand. Now we can safely ruff a diamond high, pull the last trump, and claim the rest. So West was, in fact, 1-7-2-3. And all roads lead to 11 tricks on that one. So board 1, probably flat, unfortunately. Every line of play led to 9 tricks. Board 3, every line of play led to 11. Board 2, you can guess the hearts for an extra trick, but it is not obvious that you should be doing so. And we're on to board 4. A club by north, 2 hearts by east, preemptive. Again, if we were playing human opponents, this would very likely be based on a good hand, since they're vulnerable. But for the robots, it could be anything. We bid 2 spades. Looks reasonable to me. Our partner bids 3 clubs. We bid 3 hearts, which I think is probably a good bid. Normally, Q-bidding the opponent's suits in these kind of auctions is just like, I don't know where we're going on this kind of hand. Some people might prefer to bid 3 diamonds to like shape out, but this 3 heart bid has kind of a hidden meaning, which is like, I'm thinking about multiple different contracts, and we're not really thinking about 4 spades. You know, our partner does not have a spade fed with us. So, you know, later in the auction when these bids happened, we have made a mistake. But just at the point of the time where we bid 3 hearts, our partner probably has a good club suit. They don't appear to have a strong heart stopper, although 3 no trump could still be the best spot if they have a mediocre heart stopper like queen 4th, for example. So as south, we're mostly looking at like, do we want to play in 5 clubs or do we want to play in 3 no at this point? And if our partner over 3 hearts had bid 3 no, we would say, okay, we're happy, let's pass. If our partner over 3 hearts does anything else, then I think we want to show our club support and reach 5 clubs. Hey, NBCSG, how's it going? Welcome. Okay, I didn't notice this at the start, but we're in apparently a 5-1 spade fit. This is incredible. This is actually incredible that both North and South have showed 1 fewer trump than they really should have for these auctions. Like North having, it even says in the description that 3 spades shows a doubleton spade in support, and South, knowing that they can't be in a 5-3 spade fit, should easily have a 6th one for this bid, or at least a really strong 5-card suit, neither of which is the case. So justifiably, we've ended up in a 5-1 spade fit. We get the King of Hearts lead. I have to imagine East is going to overtake this and continue the suit. We're not in a ton of danger unless East happens to have the spade queen. Because what's going to happen is we'll ruff the second round of hearts, we'll unblock the spade ace, and then I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do after that, but if I could get back to my hand in a convenient way, I can just go King of Spades, spade. And as long as spades are 4-3 and West has the queen, they won't be able to tap us again in hearts, and we should be able to safely just run our diamond tricks and take a club finesse. So this could make. But we will need some luck. 8 of spades is, I think, a good sign. The robots give standard carding in the trump suit. So this could be queen 4th. At least that's what we would hope. Okay. Well, I need to get back to my hand to pull trumps somehow. Maybe I just like play a diamond to the jack. Then I go King of Spades, spades, pitching a heart. West wins. And if they return a diamond, I can just lead a club towards the queen jack. I'm worried about leading a low club towards the queen because I think East could easily have a singleton club. If spades really are 4-3, East has 6 hearts. East can definitely have a singleton in one of these minor suits. And I don't want it to go club to the queen, king, club ruff, heart. That would just be a disaster. So yeah, diamond to the jack looks good. 8, 10, jack 2. Looks like East might have been 3, 6, 2, 2 in this case. Oh. West from 9, 8, 5th played the 8 and then the 9. They low-high'd to show a 5-card suit. How wonderful. This is okay, though. Because we still only have one spade loser. I mean, West is going to be able to take it whenever they want, basically. But at least we're able to pull most of the trumps, and West is out of hearts. So now all we need is the king of clubs on side. Or king of clubs with West, basically. I'm trying to decide if there's any alternative plan that I can come up with here, other than the king of clubs with West. I don't think so. East throwing a club is probably good news for us. That should mean that wait a second. East throwing a club might have blown the club suit. Maybe we can get away with losing only one more trick here if I take a club finesse. Oh no, hold on. Because he started with 2 spades, 6 hearts, 2 diamonds, and 3 clubs? Or maybe 4 diamonds and 1 club? If I believe that count signal on the diamond suit, East played high on the first round. Am I willing to take a club finesse right now? In the hopes that I actually bring home 11 tricks here? I think so. You know, East says 4 to 10 high card points, and they've turned up with 9 already. They had the ace, queen, jack of hearts, and the queen of spades. Okay. So East played the 10 of diamonds from 10-3 on the first round of the suit. I guess they were just hoping to, like, win the 10 of diamonds somehow. If I had led away from king, queen, third into nothing, that would have been a really special play. Well, 620 probably going to be pretty flat, is my guess. But maybe people won't, you know, realize that it's best to cross in diamonds. The fact that clubs are 3-2, it kind of doesn't matter how you crossed your hand. You could lead a low club to the queen jack just as easily, and that would work out. But 620 feels okay on that board. Let's look at board 5. Our partner opens a club. We bid a spade. 2 diamond overcall by West. Could be anything. Our partner bids 2 spades. And we jump to 4 spades. I mean, this looks pretty reasonable. Despite the 9-card spade fit, we just have a minimum game force. Jack third of diamonds is not a great holding for us. When we get the king of diamonds lead, we are on a club guess for our contract. That is, if they don't guess the clubs for us. So king of diamonds, we will follow suit, ace of diamonds, and the queen of diamonds. And we get a heart switch, so now we do have to guess the queen of clubs. All right. Heart to the queen. I mean, one thing the robots love doing is just overcalling at the 2 level with a random 10 count. And if West truly has the jack of hearts here, which it looks like they do, West might not have the club queen for their bid. Now, with ace, king, queen, fifth of diamonds, I believe anyone would overcall 2 diamonds on West's hand, but I'm just kind of pointing out that the robots don't have to have a good hand for their 2 diamond overcall. Well, let's see. West has 3 spades in addition. East throws a club. East throws another club. There's the jack of hearts. And there's the 10 of hearts. Of course, West wouldn't lead a heart from would lead a low heart from Jack 10 rather than a high heart. Hey, Rob. Welcome in. What do we know about West's hand? Well, we know West has at most 2 clubs. Okay, I might be able to robot this one. I'm gonna... Lots of positives? Yeah, I think we're only sitting about average so far, because it is declare a play only, and it's a pretty strong field in these events, but maybe we're a little above. But it's been a good start. It has been a good start. So, because East has at least 5 clubs, I get to play a club to the king and the jack of clubs, and I can still guess the queen of clubs either way on this hand. Yeah, declare a play only. For the platinum and stars thing. But I think East might cover with the queen of clubs some of the time when they have it. So, you know, I'll think if this doesn't get covered. It doesn't. My instincts are to play West for the club queen. I don't know. It does feel kind of like a toss-up at this point. The auction wouldn't have been different regardless of what's going on. So that kind of makes me think that it's possible to just take the percentage play here. I mean, we know clubs were 5-2 or 6-1 between the East-West hands. We don't know if West has a 4th heart. That's the reason I'm saying that. And so, you know, it's definitely percentage to take the club finesse. But I do think there's some chance East covers this jacks if they have the queen. And the fact that, I don't know, I'm just not convinced that robots would always overcall two diamonds on a random 10 count with ace, king, queen, fifth. It makes me think West is likely to have the queen of clubs in addition, especially when West has spade length. Like West turned up with 3 trumps here. All right. We did it. We picked up queen doubleton. That feels like the first pretty clear plus position that we have, because everyone in the field is going to get the same count as I will on the hand. They'll count West for 10 high card points. They'll count him for at most 2 clubs. And I think a significant portion of the field will just go with the odds here and hook East for the queen. Thanks, Rob. Sometimes you get these guesses right, but that's just how I play. I look stupid some percentage of the time, but I look really smart a larger percentage. And I think it's more fun that way. On to board 6. We've played a lot of spade contracts and 1 no trump contract. Just showing you how to play real bridge. Only bid spades and no trump, never any other suits. This time we opened a club with our 13 count. This is a really good 13. Honestly, if this 10 of spades was the 10 of clubs, I think this is good enough to be a 15 to 17 no trump. And I would probably have opened a no trump 15 to 17. Without a supporting club spot, I can see how the hand is much worse. So I guess I agree with the 1 club opener. 1 heart by North, 1 no by us. Everyone passes. We get a club lead. What better way to get the robots to lead your suit than to open it? Probably from 3 small, or even 4 small. Well, I mean, if East plays the ace of clubs here, we're in business. If East doesn't play the club ace, it looks natural to me to play on the heart suit, but I don't know how to play on the heart suit. Like, we could cross to the ace of spades and take a heart finesse, but then the opponents can just knock out our second spade entry, and even if the heart finesse wins, we're only getting 2 heart tricks unless it's like specifically queen doubleton with East. So it feels a little better to just play hearts out of hand. You know, low heart to the jack, king of hearts, heart. We'll at least score 2 heart tricks in the process. Okay, East doesn't play the ace of hearts, or ace of clubs. 2, 5, 7. The 7's an interesting spot. I wonder if that means West is actually led from like ace 10 fourth and East has like 9, 8, 7 third. Well, anyway, let's lead hearts. Feels like the best way to set up tricks. I would say, fortunately, West turns up with the heart queen, because that would be an easy way for us to have blown a few tricks on this one. They do find the spade switch, which is probably their best defense. So West started with ace queen fourth of hearts. And it looks like the queen jack of spades as well, which probably means that East has the ace of clubs. West was mostly just trying to find a passive opening lead. Diamond discard from East is interesting. Yeah, diamond discard from East is very interesting. mean, looking at that 4-card diamond suit in dummy, East must be pretty sure of himself that we aren't setting up the diamonds. So that could be something like king, queen, jack, fourth, or it could be some 5-card suit. Guess let's get a bit more information. East throws a club. If I'm right about the club position, that means East has stiffed the ace of clubs. Do I think that's likely? Not really. So maybe I'm wrong about the club position. Maybe West actually just has everything. They have the ace of clubs, the ace queen of hearts, the queen jack of spades. But what do I do with this information? I'm not sure that there's much I can do. I guess I feel like discarding a club is still probably best. And let's try and duck a trick to West. Okay, no, I have a different problem now. West has too good of a count on my hand. West knows I have 3 hearts, knows I have at least 2 spades from the no trump bid, and knows that my clubs are longer than my diamonds. So I think West actually knows my entire shape right now. If I duck a diamond to West, West is going to be able to return the jack of spades, pinning my 10 doubleton. That's a problem. East is the one who doesn't really know what my hand looks like. Well, I don't see any better than like playing a diamond to essentially the 9. This, I suppose, works as well. Diamond to the jack. We can play the ace. Starting to look like king, queen, jack, fourth. Really starting to look like king, queen, jack, fourth over here with East. I guess I could play low. Maybe East continues diamonds or something. Or switches to clubs. They find the spade switch. That's not what I wanted to see. All right. Oh, there's no way, right? Hold on. That jack of diamonds. Oh no. I'm pretty sure this is the play. No. I guess I have made a big mistake. I feel like I'm getting squeezed on this trick too. West has the ace doubleton of clubs and the queen of diamonds. Or, I mean, East has the queen of diamonds, I guess. This hand did not go great. Maybe there wasn't anything I could do. They kind of defended very accurately. Club to the jack, heart to the queen, queen of spades return. I finished setting up the hearts. They played back a heart. East throws a diamond, I cash a heart, East pitches the club ace. Then East correctly works out to continue spades, not cash the ace of clubs, not continue diamonds. If I play the ace of diamonds here, it just doesn't matter. East's hand is high. Whatever I exit, East just claims the rest. There was nothing I could do. I mean, maybe I could have done something a little earlier, but not from the point where I elected to set up hearts. Too bad, too bad. Hopefully pretty flat. I mean, maybe some people will find a way to swindle the robots better than I did. Very possible. 4 clubs on board 7. We pass. Pass. Our partner opens a diamond, a heart by East. We elect to pass, which I think is fine. There are a couple of other bids that I wouldn't be too upset with. I think 2 diamonds is a very sensible bid from our hand. Most of our values are in diamonds. We want partner to be comfortable leading a diamond away from the ace. If the opponents end up playing in like 2 spades, for example, it also preempts them a little bit. It'll take away, for example, this 2 diamond cubid. So 2 diamonds has a lot going for it, other than the fact that we're kind of short a diamond for the bid. 1 no trump is also okay. You know, we don't have a heart stopper, so that's kind of bad news. It would be terrible if it goes a diamond, a heart, a no trump, and partner just jumps to 3-0. But outside of those options, at least we would tell our partner that we have some values on this hand. Pass is fine. 2 diamond cubid. Our partner doubles, showing diamonds. Pass by East. I would bid 3 diamonds here. I don't even think it's particularly close. Once we've decided to pass the first time, our partner knows that we're very weak. And also, once we bid 3 diamonds, our partner will know that we don't have diamond length. So our hand's perfectly described. It looks like the opponents are going to be bidding to, you know, some number of hearts anyway. We want to take up their bidding space. So I think 3 pass over this double is kind of crazy. West bids 2 spades. Our partner doubles again to show a strong hand. And this is where things get a little more interesting. So we bid 3 clubs. I don't hate the bid, but again, we've already found a diamond fit. I don't really see any reason to try and play this hand in clubs as opposed to diamonds. West bids 3 hearts, pass, pass. Now we bid 4 clubs. I mean, it looks like South just decided that they were committed to playing this hand in clubs. And so 4 clubs is where we end up. We get the ace of hearts lead, which looks like a good start for the defense. Now they can put a spade through and force us to guess that suit. Or not. Interesting. Probably means West has the ace of spades. Okay. So our heart comes through. Well, I know how I want to play the hand. I want to rough this and run the jack of diamonds. I don't know how insane that is, but it feels pretty crazy to do that. So what I'm thinking is the hand probably looks something like, I mean, East presumably has some 5-card heart suit over here. You know, West, it looks like they have 4 of them, given that they've bid all the way up to the 3 level themselves. And, you know, due to the fact that West didn't lead a spade through the king jack, it seems as if West has the ace of spades, which is going to give East almost nothing in terms of values unless they have the diamond queen. I mean, I guess East could have like the queen jack of hearts, the queen of spades, the king of clubs. They barely have a 1 heart overcall. But things are going to go real badly if the diamond jack loses. I run the jack of diamonds, West wins the queen. Plays the diamond back. I win, I take a club hook, it loses. East gives West a diamond ruff. That would kind of be awful. Well, it's rough. And my thinking is just like, if East does have the diamond queen and West has the club king, we can take the rest of the tricks. Jack of diamonds winning, diamond to the king, club finesse, pull trumps, run the diamonds pitching spades. If clubs are 2-2, we can ruff a heart eventually. If clubs are 3-1, we're gonna have to give up a major suit trick in the end, but that's okay. And I mean, one of the reasons I think the club king is onside is this heart continuation. I just believe that West, even if they had the ace of spades, might have gone ace of spades spade, hoping to set up a second spade trick if they weren't looking at the king of clubs. So I think they're trying to like cut down on dummy's ability to take club finesses. At least that's what it looks like to me. Okay, so I still don't know if I'm brave enough to just run the jack of diamonds at trick 2. I mean, one thing going against this plan is I know the robots love leading the opponent's suit and trying to get a ruff. So if West really had, you know, a doubleton diamond, small doubleton, they might have just led it at trick 1. That does seem like a strong inference, though, which makes me second guess this run the jack of diamonds play. What's the alternative? I could go diamond to the king, queen of clubs. I mean, I could try something safe. I could try like an imp line of play. I could do something like ace of clubs, diamond to the king, heart ruff, exit a club, eventually play West for the ace of spades, which I'm pretty confident about, and then hope that I can guess the diamond queen later. I would end up losing a heart, the king of clubs, and the ace of spades. Diamond to the king, queen of clubs. If East wins, what happens? I don't know. My first instinct was to run the jack of diamonds. Maybe I should just do that. Okay. That worked. So diamond to the king. Okay. Queen of clubs. Great. This is going well. This is going well so far. There isn't really anything I can do. If trumps are 3-1, I just have to pull 2 trumps, cash the diamonds, and eventually lose a major suit trick. But if trumps are 2-2, we have all the rest. Cool. Wow, West didn't have the spade ace. What are they doing? Nice match point defense, guy. Ace of hearts, heart. What were they thinking? Just put a spade through. I have to guess the king jack. Well, maybe against the robots I don't have such a difficult time guessing, but plus 170 feels like a really strong result on that board. I mean, we have to do exactly what I did because East has queen third of diamonds to pick up the suit. The defense kind of gave away what was going on a little bit. But that's neat. So after going down in 1-0, we have a pretty strong result on board 7. And now on board 8, almost halfway done. Pass, pass, pass. We open a spade in 4th seat. I like the 1 spade opener. Some people might be tempted by like a 3 spade opening bid, showing, you know, effectively a minimum opening hand with a 7 card spade suit. But in 4th seat, that's what it would show. But I think our hand's a little too good. Like, normally I would reserve that for a hand that's like king, queen, jack, 7th of spades, and 2 outside aces. That would probably be about right, or like an outside ace and an outside king, something like that. With 8 tricks in our own hand, I would be quite happy looking for 3 no trump as a possible game. So in an auction that goes a spade and no trump, I absolutely would bid 3 now. I don't even think it's particularly close to looking for an alternative contract. The most likely game that I believe you're going to make is 3 no trump on your cards. And so I don't really like this 3 spade bid, but that is what the robots chose for us. And our partner raises to 4 spades. Very good. We get a diamond lead. And I mean, here's like a prime example. If the opponents don't find a diamond lead, we just have 9 tricks from trick 1. In 4 spades, we're going to need the ace of clubs on side. Because the opponents have set up a diamond, West will be able to get in and put a club through. They have at least 3 top tricks. Obviously 3-no goes down on a diamond lead, but I think it is a very sensible spot to be in at match points when East isn't going to know what to do at trick 1. Diamond to the king and ace. Maybe I was supposed to duck this trick. I played too quickly. I absolutely should have ducked this trick. Hopefully it doesn't matter, but that's definitely a bit of a mistake. It technically shouldn't matter. The opponents could always deny me the possibility of taking 2 heart tricks by just ducking the first round, winning the ace on the second round, and just playing diamonds as often as possible. But yeah, I could have made things a little bit more difficult for them. Anyway, let's pull some trumps. West does have to guess what to do. Okay, they switch to a club. All right, we get the jack of diamonds. So a place where good defense would prevail if they were able to give count signals to their partner in some of these suits. That would have made things a little more difficult, for sure. I guess a bit of a difficulty with the 4th best opening leads. This is why a lot of people prefer to have the disparity between their 2 counts on opening lead be 2 cards. So 3rd and 5th, for example. For spot cards, And then East would know their partner has, well, West would have led the 3 diamonds and played the 2 on the second round. So then East would know that they had started with a 4-card suit, and it wouldn't be correct to try and cash a diamond. Obviously, West didn't have to hop up with the ace of hearts, but understandably, when we have this long spade suit, they might be afraid we have a stiff heart, and they were just trying to cash out. Additionally, I mean, switching to the queen of clubs would have been a bit more friendly defensively. So ace of spades, king of spades, heart, cashes the queen of diamonds, and then rather than playing a low club through, switching to the queen is often the right thing to do. It means that East would never have to worry if it went 2 of clubs and I happen to play low from the dummy, whether or not they should play the jack or the ace on this trick. But all right, board 9, once again we get to 4 spades. We've been here a lot. 1 heart by North. We bid a spade. That looks about right. Our partner jump shifts to 3 clubs and we have a 10 count. I don't know if I would be ending up in 4 spades on this deal, but I do know the robots love jump shifting with hands that are not really suitable. They think that this shows like 17 high card points, and really it should show a hand that has a sense of direction for where it wants to end up. We bid 3 spades, our partner bids 3 no, and we bid 4 diamonds. 4 diamonds doesn't make a ton of sense to me. We know that diamonds is not a playable suit. Our partner didn't jump shift to 3 diamonds, they jumped to 3 clubs. So there's no real reason to introduce the diamond suit. I would just raise to 4 no with a 10 count. Maybe. Maybe I'm a little too optimistic about our chances for slam. But with 10 highs, no real fit though. I don't know, I guess it's close. I would be tempted to bid over 3 no. But my choice would have definitely been to raise to 4 no trump. Anyway, our partner bids 4 spades over 4 diamonds. And now we're kind of stuck. 4 no trump would be key card. So we have no way back to what's probably the better contract of no trump on this hand, and we just get stuck playing in 4 spades. I mean, we could bid key card, but I think, you know, we're in a 6-1 spade fit. That's pretty obvious from the auction. Our spades are so bad. I mean, maybe 6 hearts is the right slam, but it's very possible that we've already bypassed the correct contract of 3 no trump. Partner has 18. This is not a hand that most people would jump shift. You would just bid a heart and a spade 2 clubs with this. Once you find out that your partner has spades, your hand becomes a little worse, especially when they don't have a heart fit. King, queen, 9, 8, 5th is not exactly a great suit opposite a doubleton or a singleton. So just bid 2 clubs, your partner bids again, you can rebid 2 no trump or 3 diamonds or whatever. Show your extras, you'll still get to game, but at least you won't let partner have this belief that you could be making a slam. Get the 5 of hearts lead. As usual, they lead our suit. May as well put up the king and unblock the 10. We get a diamond switch. Yeah, that we kind of saw coming. This is a spot where East could lead away from the king 100%. They see the scary club suit and dummy, they see the scary heart suit and dummy. They just have to set up their diamond tricks before they go away. So this feels like a bit of a blind guess. Do we play the 10 or do we play the queen? Not a whole lot to go on bidding wise, because we do happen to have 28 high card points between us. So like even if East or West happen to be short in hearts, they just might not have enough values to bid regardless. I'm going to play the 10, I suppose. West may have led a diamond away from the jack, but not from the king. Okay. That's totally fine. We will pitch 2 diamond losers on the clubs before trying to pull trumps. Right. Now, how do we get back to our hand? Well, I think I am going to... Yeah, how did we get back to our hand? A whole bunch of things could be correct here. It could be right to cash the queen of hearts right now. I mean, if West started with 3 clubs and 2 hearts, we probably need to take this trick before it goes away. But I'm mildly concerned if I go queen of hearts and I lead a club, and East follows, and I try and ruff, and West overruffs, it might then go diamond ruff, heart, and West gets like a trump promotion. Maybe I'm spouting nonsense. Maybe I just ruff a club here and everything's fine. Like, even if West over ruffs, well, things are bad if West over ruffs, but there's not much I can do about that now. If West isn't the one showing out in clubs, though, I mean, I'm not certain that clubs are 5-3. I believe I saw the opponent's count signals of low-high. So clubs are very likely 5-3. If East shows out in clubs, I mean, that's good news. Then I can just ruff and go king of spades, spade, and we get however many tricks we get. Okay. East shows out in clubs. So king of spades, spade feels like the right plan. There's a small consideration for the alternative of going like heart to the queen, heart, pitching a diamond? Or even heart ruff, I mean, depending on what West does. If West, I think West led the 5 of hearts, or maybe it was the 4 at trick 1. So West might actually have led from 3 small, and we could go heart to the queen, heart ruff, and then like exit the queen of diamonds. We would then have a claim for 10 tricks. Regardless of the spade distribution. I don't think it's worthwhile giving up on the 3-3 spade split, though. Because if I go heart to the queen, heart ruff, or heart to the queen, and West happens to have a doubleton. Yeah, let's just go king of spades, spade. Okay, 10 of spades is a good card. Spades were splitting. And there's the king of diamonds that we kind of expected. Plus 420. East could have given their partner a heart ruff, but it would come at the cost of a natural trump trick. So no harm done there. Again, probably a pretty simple hand. There wasn't really much that we could have done incorrectly, I don't think. Oh, no, we could have. Remember when I was in dummy and I said maybe it's right to cash the queen of hearts? If we had tried that, West would ruff, and then East would ruff the diamond to play another heart through to promote a trump trick. So we could have gone down one if we had taken a reasonable alternative line. Glad that we avoided doing that. On to board 10, South opens a diamond, which is us. We're South. We open a diamond. Oh, that's great. We have 19. It's a good 19. I tend to prefer not upgrading hands into like the next tier of no trump range unless I have a reasonable suit that I can set up, which would tend to be like a 5-card suit, sometimes a 6-card suit. If you're into doing that, opening a no trump with like a 6-card minor, or 2-no with a 6-card minor. So despite this hand being pretty good in terms of a 19 count, I don't think we want to treat it as 20. We open a diamond, our partner bids a spade. We bid 2-no, partner bids 3 diamonds, which is natural apparently. And it looks like forcing because we elected to bid 3-no. I would say normally if like normally our partner shouldn't be making this 3 diamond bid unless they know that 3-no is wrong. Because North could have just raised 2-no to 3-no if they had a no trump hand. So this 3-no trump bid feels wrong from like a system construction perspective. It mostly is an impossible bid to make in this sequence. But here we are. And, oh, well, I was kind of right. 6 diamonds has some play. It's not an amazing contract, but it looks like we're on the spade finesse for a 12th trick in diamonds, assuming the diamonds and clubs break in a sensible manner. Okay. Well, 3-no looks fine. The question is just, how do we want to play the hand overall? I'm very tempted to just lead a spade to the king at trick 2. It can obviously go very badly, but I don't believe that running a bunch of minor suits is going to work out better for us. And it's going to be very difficult for West to realize that if they have a holding like ace-third of spades, that the right defense for them is to play back a spade after winning the ace. Like, they might think that continuing hearts is correct, which could, will really benefit us. They might think that switching to clubs can be good, because remember, we opened a diamond. We don't have to have ace, queen, 10, 4th of clubs. So I'm very tempted to just do this at trick 2. That's good news. And now I believe we just get to run all of our minor suit tricks. And we'll carefully watch the spade suit. It's possible that we might be able to end play someone into giving us the jack of hearts later in the hand. So ace of clubs. Maybe I should have run diamonds before running clubs, just in case West with like jack 4th of clubs came under a bit of pressure. heart discard from east, another heart discard from east, and a heart from west. I don't think they know that I don't have 4 hearts yet. You know, our partner never checked back for a 4/4 heart fit, so we could still have a 4-card heart suit. Okay, there are... It looks like spades were 4-3 originally. My suspicion is that West has held on to the Queen Doubleton of Hearts. And so West is down to a singleton spade, East is down to a heart and a doubleton spade of some sort. Probably ace doubleton of spades. Unfortunately, even if the spade position is as we want, which is I lead a spade and West wins the queen, or West plays the queen, East will be able to overtake with the ace and put a heart through. I'm still tempted to do it just to see if the robots make the defensive mistake. Let's see, what could East possibly be playing for if they duck partner's queen of spades? Nothing, right? They have a full count on West's hand. Yeah. So it might look fancy. I mean, we're almost in a situation where East cannot afford to overtake the queen of spades. It sets up the jack and dummy, but then they obviously have a count and can just play a heart through the king jack. So that means the best we can do is hope that East is stiff to the queen of hearts somehow, but I don't think that that's the case. East had the queen of hearts. No! East came down to stiff ace of spades and the queen doubleton of hearts. That's not what I thought was going on. That is unfortunate. Maybe I should have just exited a spade and hoped. Like if I exit a low spade and West plays the 10, I would then have a full count on West's hand. I might still get the guess wrong. You know, I exit a spade, East wins the ace and puts a low heart on the table. Very possible I get the guess wrong. Or the guess wrong. And hop up with the king anyway. But that is unfortunate. So East was legitimately squeezed when they didn't hop up with the ace of spades on the first round of the suit. Like, you know, we can take a look at the double dummy here. If they play the ace of spades, this isn't, I don't even know how visible this is, but here after the ace of hearts, East's best defense is to hop up with the spade ace. This is basically an impossible play to find for any defender. And then once we win the king of spades, we basically proceed as we do. We get to the very end of the hand, cashing all of our minor suit tricks. There was nothing that East could have done better in the discarding. Here, if East pitches a heart, obviously we can play the king. If East pitches a small spade, as they did, then we could have exited the 4 of spades and then guessed to put in the jack of hearts in this position. And if East actually happens to discard the ace of spades, well, then we lead the 4 of spades. West plays the queen because they have to. But then West has the option of giving us the last 2 spades in dummy or playing a heart into our tennis. So we could have done better. Maybe I should have been a bit more thoughtful in the end position. I mean, I knew the position of the ace and queen of spades, or at least the ace of spades. I guess was under the belief that West might have had the heart queen for their opening lead. But maybe I should have taken into consideration that the robots hate leading away from honors. And so this 10 of hearts almost denies the queen, if you think about it that way. Anyway, we've played 10 contracts in a row and spades and no trump. Oh no, we played 4 clubs somewhere in the middle. But board 11, we are finally in a red suit. We passed in first seat. I don't like passing these hands. I think we just open 2 hearts or 3 hearts or 1 heart, whatever you want to do. You just get so far behind in these auctions if you don't bid immediately. Oh, okay, and this 3 heart bid is tragic. Anyway, West opens 2 spades in front of us, or behind us. Our partner makes a takeout double. We bid only 3 hearts. I think that's insane. Even though we're playing Lebensal and this shows like constructive values, we should have a 10-card heart fit for this auction. Our partner's suggested hearts. We know they're short in spades, I mean, given the takeout double. And we may as well just show that we have like an absolute maximum with a good, strong heart suit of our own. Our partner bids 4 diamonds. Which, I mean, now it kind of seems like we're dropping the ball a little bit. We would like to make a slam try because our hand's like actually good. We have this solid 6-card heart suit and a singleton club and support of diamonds, but we have been preempted. We have preempted ourselves out of making a slam try. So we just bid 4 hearts, back into it, and here we are. Well, would you look at that? It seems as if 6 hearts might be a good contract. Who would have thought? All right, ace of spades and a club switch. Probably good defense by our left-hand opponent. We want to be a little careful about how we play this hand. We happen to be missing the 7 of hearts. Yeah, my target is to make 6. Just so that I can punish partner, well, and myself for misbidding. That's the important thing to do. There was a funny story of a pro that I know, and he was playing with a sponsor in an event, and his sponsor misresponded to key card, and so he signed off in 5. I think it was 5 hearts. And the opening lead was made, and his partner was all in a mess and puts the dummy down and goes, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I showed the wrong number of key cards." And he looks at the hand, and there's just 12 easy tricks. And so he takes the opening lead and he pulls trumps, and then he continues playing trumps off the top, which like he could have just cross-ruffed to 12 tricks. But he continues running the trump suit, carefully watching the opponent's discards, and eventually there's no squeeze, and he takes exactly 11 tricks. And a friend of mine was kibitzing at the time, and he's the one who relayed this story to me, and he leans into this pro player and goes, "Why did you take that line of play?" Kind of whispering. Like, you could have just taken 12 on a cross-ruff. And the pro goes, puts up his finger and is like, "Wait just a second." And then after about like 5 or 6 seconds, his partner is carefully counting, the sponsor is carefully counting the tricks and goes, "Oh, I'm so relieved that we didn't make a slam. I thought that I had blown the board." And of course they got a 0. But afterwards the pro player said to my friend, he was like, "Look, it's really important to make sure that your partner doesn't have a mental breakdown like during the set, because then they're just going to blow the next 3 or 4 boards thinking that they could have done something better on this one." And and so yeah, so it was well thought out to carefully take his 11 top tricks on the deal. Anyway, we're in 4 hearts here. Hopefully I won't make the same mistake. I don't know what the best plan is. Yeah. Very good emotional intelligence. um, so, I mean, a fairly natural plan might be to try and ruff two spades in the dummy. The real question is, how do I get back to my hand to do all of this? So I could go ace of clubs, club, ruff. Spade, ruff, heart over, spade, ruff, club, ruff. That feels like a pretty good line. I mean, a good line is probably also to like pull 2 rounds of trumps and go ace, king of diamonds. We're gonna make 12 tricks unless East has a singleton diamond. Is there any issue with 4-0 trumps? If I take the first line of play I said, ace of clubs, club, ruff, spade, ruff, heart over, spade, ruff, club, ruff, pull trumps? No, there's no issue. So the main issue is that maybe clubs are 7-2 and West like over ruffs with the 7 of hearts or something. I guess clubs would have to be like 8-1. I don't know, this line feels a little better to me. Ruff 2 spades. Clubs look like they might be 7-2. But that's okay. We'll know if hearts are 4-1 and whether we can ruff the second club high. So spade, ruff. And now we play a heart to the king. Now we can, West opened 2 spades, and that was it. There was no bid from East, but now we can ruff a club high. Let's just see if the clubs are 7-2. They are not. All right. We can pull the last 2 trumps. Clubs were 5-4, of course. West just led the 4 of clubs from 9-8, 4 deuce, and then, you know, played high-low. But both lines would have worked. The diamonds were coming home. Hey PGS, am I playing for 11 instead of 12? Not this time. Partners, I think partner can take it if we miss a slam, especially because missing a slam was entirely our fault on this auction. We didn't show a strong hand, like we didn't open, we didn't show a strong hand with hearts, and then we kind of got boxed into a corner over 4 diamonds. I actually think I really like partners bidding. The takeout double first with 6-3-3-1 feels very reasonable. You know, searching for a 5-3 heart fit and then bidding 4 diamonds to show extras. I think I like what partner did with their hand. You know, 3 diamonds might be a more automatic bid over 2 spades, but you can easily miss a heart game if you just overcall 3 diamonds with that hand. All right, how'd we get to 4 diamonds? A spade by West, our partner bid 2-no, showing the minors. 3 spades East, we bid 4 diamonds. I guess we bid 4 diamonds. It's not clear to me that we should be doing that with just a 4-3-3-3 5 count. But it's probably okay. Partner should have a good hand for 2 now. I would just be worried that if we bid 4 diamonds, we're going to get raised to 5 an awful lot. Partner seems to be short in spades, and if they have any sort of extras, they would probably bump us. I'd be more tempted to pass 3 spades, let partner reopen with double, for example, with a good hand, and then just bid 4 diamonds over that. But here we are. We are in 4 diamonds, and why did partner not raise us to 5? This is a monster. They got a spade void, they have an extra club, and a good 6-card club suit. I think it's insane to not raise 4 diamonds to 5. Like, does this not show values? Why does it say 3+ diamonds, no values? I mean, we didn't have to bid over 3 spades, right? This auction confuses me. I don't really understand it. Anyway, king of spades lead. Well, if nothing terrible happens, we just have 11 tricks. We pull trumps, we run the clubs pitching spades, and then we knock out the heart ace. Okay, let's try that. Looks like nothing terrible has happened. Now, I guess I can claim even if clubs were 4-0 at that point. Plus 150. Partner's not doing great on these minor suit auctions. We played in 4 clubs on one hand, making 6. Oh, well, this was just like a lucky layout of the cards, and we guessed everything. But then this one, we missed our minor suit game in 5 diamonds. What have we got here? We have an 8-card spade suit, a diamond by north, we bid 4 spades, all pass, and we get the ace of spades lead, because of course we do. Lots of possibilities for squeezes on this hand, even on a club switch. Well, let's see what the opponents do. Queen of diamonds switch. Interesting. Queen ace 4. For whatever reason, this is probably good defense from our opponents. There's no chance diamonds are 3-3, right? They wouldn't just like leave the ace of clubs and dummy if I could set up the diamond suit. Yeah, so the problem here, I think, is going to be that if we go king of diamonds, diamond ruff, when they get in with the spade king, they're going to realize that they should switch to clubs. And if we go ace of clubs, club ruff, well, maybe they won't work out that they should continue diamonds. But we do give up on 3-3 diamonds if I go ace of clubs, club ruff. That is one concern that I have. I mean, that queen of diamonds switch just doesn't make a ton of sense looking at this dummy. What if I was missing the heart ace and I happen to have a stiff diamond? Wouldn't they need to go like king of hearts heart to their partner's ace? Or king of hearts heart to their partner's jack? Okay, well, unless diamonds are 3-3, I don't think the king of diamonds gives us any chance at a squeeze. So let's go ace of clubs, club ruff. This, I believe, offers us a better chance for misdefense. Okay, you got me. Now there's no chance of misdefense. I guess, could try the Queen of Hearts off dummy. Pretty sure West has the king, so maybe this doesn't really work. I think I'm gonna ruff a club and lead a low heart. Maybe this is my best chance. Nope. Good try, good try. Okay, at least the diamonds were not splitting. That's good news. Not much we can do when they defend like that. We did have a legitimate chance if West didn't put a second diamond through. West does get strip squeezed, which was what I was hoping for. Run all my spades. They have to keep king doubleton of hearts. They have to come down to 3 diamonds. Or, sorry, not strip squeeze. They just get squeezed in the red suits. They have to keep king doubleton of hearts and come down to 2 diamonds. Or stiff, or whatever. Dummy's diamond suit becomes good. Too bad. We got to 5 diamonds on this one. Hey, we finally found our way to a minor suit game. How did we do it? Pass, pass. A heart by West. Our partner makes a takeout double. 3 hearts by East. We bid 4 diamonds. I don't mind the 4 diamond bid. I would be a little worried 3 no trump might be a making spot, but we do have too few aces for 3 no trump, I think. Like if we could squash some of these random honors, like the king of diamonds and jack of clubs into an ace maybe, then 3 no would be a little more appealing with just 1 heart stopper. But I do like bidding something. As a passed hand, our partner should know that we don't have a really long suit of our own. We didn't preempt, and should also know that we're kind of limited in high cards. Partner bids 4 hearts, and we bid 5 diamonds. Okay. Well, that's what we've got. So we get the ace of hearts lead. I'm not sure about 4 hearts from our partner's perspective. I suppose if they think that, you know, maybe our hand has less stuff in the heart suit, then 5 diamonds could be a reasonable space or a reasonable place to play. But they're looking at a 14 count. They know we're a passed hand. We probably have a big diamond fit, but so what? 11 tricks is still a lot. I believe people tend to say that like 5 of a suit, you know, it's like 4 of a suit or game. You need 25 highs or something like that between the hands as the minimum. But 5 of a suit, which is also game, it's not like you can still make it with 25 highs. I think the standard number is about 29 high card points for the 5 level. And our partner knows we don't have that. So, you know, again, make the king of hearts and queen of spades into the ace of spades. At least we would have play for game, but still we have a heart loser, probably a club loser, definitely a diamond loser, maybe a spade loser. We would still be in huge trouble. And obviously in this spot, there's no hope. Okay, West has turned up with 3 aces so far. Like, we could play East for exactly 10-9 double 10 of clubs. I'm gonna pull trumps. But I think it's just more likely that we catch anyone with queen doubleton. So... down 2. West had a natural club trick as well. 14 count, 5 card major, opens a heart instead of a no trump. Some people might open that a no trump with the West cards. But that board should be pretty flat. I mean, there's really nothing you can do when that auction's given to us. How did we get to 2 spades? We opened a spade with our 12 count. I like it. Stiff queen, we're counting full value. I approve. No trump by North, 2 clubs by us, our partner bids 2 spades, all pass. We get a heart lead. And this is not what we like to see when we're red on white at match points. Luckily, in this form of scoring, it doesn't matter much, but you know, partner has a minimum, we have a minimum, we're vulnerable, we don't have a fit. We're just going to be down like 200 or 300 against what is very likely a part score for the opponents. Like, maybe they can make 3-0, but how are they ever getting there with only 21 highs? 9 of hearts lead doesn't look very promising either. I mean, it could be from King Jack 9, but I mean, more likely it's from 9 doubleton or singleton. And East is going to win the Jack at trick 1, play a few more rounds of hearts, give partner a ruff. Yep. This is all going smoothly. Okay, let's discard a club. Presumably, West has some values, and the reason they didn't bid was because they have spade length. So we can be hopeful that West is roughing with a natural trump trick from, you know, either a 4 or maybe 5 card suit. King of diamonds. Whoa. So West pitched a diamond. This king of diamonds switch is a little surprising. I guess that means West started with 2 hearts and 3 diamonds. So now they're down to king doubleton. But it's a little shocking that they would switch to a diamond rather than... I mean, maybe not. Maybe it's not that surprising. A club switch could easily blow a trick. Huh. All right, now what? So West could be 4-2-3-4 in shape. That's possible. In which case we could go spade to the ace and a small spade. That would still pick up king doubleton with East. West could have 5 spades. I'm kind of discounting that possibility a little bit because that would give East a singleton, and East may well have made a takeout double over a no trump. But it's very possible West has 5 spades, in which case our best defense is probably to ruff a diamond and go like ace of clubs club. Or not best defense, best line of play. So spade to the ace, spade. If everyone follows and nothing exciting happens, what if I ruff a diamond and go ace of spades, spade? I mean, is there any possibility that West actually has made some sort of massive blunder in pitching a diamond? Like, if I ruff a diamond and go ace of spades, spade, and West has to win, they can cash another trump, but then they have to play clubs for me. There's no way, right? Yeah, I don't think it's possible that West would make that kind of mistake. Hmm. If I can get them to play clubs, I mean, if West had started with like honor 10 third or honor 10 fourth, we would be in good shape. I mean, specifically honor 10 fourth, then East actually has honor doubleton. I mean, I could go... Four, two, three, four. 4, 2, 3, 4. If West had Queen 10 fourth of clubs and King third of diamonds, would they really pitch a diamond from King third instead of a club from Queen 10 fourth on the third round of hearts? Maybe? I'm a little concerned. If I ruff a diamond and go ace of spades spade and East happens to have King doubleton, they can win and play another diamond through, which promotes a trump trick for West. So against that line of play, or against that holding, what I should be doing is going ace of spades spade now. No, wait. Oh, there's nothing I can do about that. Okay. New idea. I think roughing a diamond should be fine then. Because I don't believe I can actually pick up King doubleton of spades with East for more tricks. Like I could take a spade hook and go ace of spades spade, but then West wins and has a diamond to exit. Aha. Okay, so new plan, right? We rough a diamond. Now we go ace of spades spade. Okay. Aha. West still has a diamond. I see the problem. No! East has the king of spades. Well, that's not great. Wow. That's pretty rough. West just switches to the king of diamonds from king jack 10 fifth. Did they know? I guess they aren't 100% certain that we have a stiff diamond, right? Because two clubs in our forcing no trump could have been a 3-card suit. But that was a very clever play. I got the wrong impression. I think that's the first board that I'm really disappointed in with our results this set. Most of the others feel pretty flat. But this one I definitely could have won the ace of diamonds and taken a spade finesse. I just had the wrong impression about what West's hand looked like. That's too bad. But I will say it's good news because here's a 10 count. West could have overcalled 2 diamonds, showing a 5-card suit and a 10 count. I think this justifies what I did on board, where was it? Board 5, where this 2 diamond overcall, we said it could be based on a 10 count, but I played West for the queen of clubs anyway. So it's good to know they don't just like blindly overcall on random 10 counts with a 5-card suit. All right, last board. Let's try and finish out strong. 2 spade opener by West. Our partner makes a takeout double. We bid a sort of Laban-Solish 2 no trump, 3 clubs. We sign off in 3 hearts. I don't think I like this choice. Where can I compare this to? I know there was a previous hand. Yeah, there was this previous hand on board 11 where we had a very similar auction, 2 spades double, and we bid 3 hearts, showing some values. with this 10 count, 6-4, but 4 cards in the opponent's suit. I would prefer to show values with this hand because double, like 2-no, 3 clubs, 3 hearts can be based on like a 0 count with 4 hearts. And we at least have a 5th trump, we have a 7 high card points. 3 small spades isn't great, but at least we don't have any wasted high cards in that suit. Anyway, partner tries 3-no, which is just an insane bid. Yeah, you think 7 is on the cusp? It's, you know, maybe if we only had a 4-card heart suit, I would say that you could treat this as a Lebensal into 3 hearts type of thing. But with the 5th heart, I don't think this hand is particularly close. But yeah, you're probably right that some 7 counts could go through this. I think this hand's a little too good. Now, with that said, I mean, it looks like our partner is well versed on what we've decided to treat as a Lebensal hand, because 3-no trump is an insane bid in this auction. You cannot pull partner's sign off here to 3-no. Like, you just can't do this. Your partner could have a 0 count. You can't decide to go along with the Lebensal bid and then bid something else anyway. That's just not really how bridge works, so that's not thinking ahead. Like, you could go 2-no, 3-no directly. That would be perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that choice of action. But first, going through 3 hearts and then deciding, nope, I've changed my mind. Let's play in 3-no. Doesn't really work. We pulled a 4 hearts, which I don't think is the right choice. I don't even understand. It's hard for me to say. Yeah, 3 clubs might be passed, which is why, like, you can't then decide that your hand is worth more once your partner has showed, oh, I have a weak hand with hearts instead of clubs. But anyway, so it's just a little inconsistency. I mean, I'm not convinced by 4 hearts just because I don't think... Well, I don't know. Maybe 4 hearts is fine. It's just hard for me to say over an impossible bid what North's hand should look like. But North could, of course, have just bid 3-no over 2 spades, so obviously going through the takeout double should indicate some interest in playing something other than 3-no trump. So maybe 4 hearts on the 5-card suit is probably acceptable. We get a heart lead, and West is the 2-spade opener, so the king of clubs is likely to be offside. No guarantees on that one, though. The hand seems pretty straightforward to play. We'll assume West has the spade ace for their failure to lead spades. And I think I'm just going to pull trumps and then take a club hook. I mean, even if the club hook wins, we don't have enough discards for our spades, but who knows? Maybe West has like king 9 doubleton of clubs, 4 diamonds, and the ace of spades, and they get squeezed. We have all 13 tricks. Wouldn't that be wonderful? They would need to have a stiff heart. Okay, step 1 complete, but that diamond discard doesn't make me believe West has diamond length. Club discard. This is a bit of an awkward spot. I would like to pull the last trump, but I don't have a good discard from dummy. I guess I'll pitch my diamond. We'll give up on the possibility of taking extra tricks if the king of clubs is onside. I think East is just going to win the king of clubs and play a spade back. West takes the ace, and that will be the end of the hand. All right, 11 tricks. Probably a pretty flat board there. Let's see how we do. So other than board 15, which I guess I dropped a single trick on this one, we probably had a pretty decent set. Wow, we got a 0 on board 15. That's unfortunate. We got 100 on board 7. That's not surprising to me.